Welcome to the 2016 Spirit of Innovation Awards. Good morning and welcome. I hope you notice again, one more year, another difference. Pleased to have our participants with their skills and their technology surrounding us here. Pleased to have our first, second, third, all placement candidates for awards with their materials in front of you here. And we have a full program and eager to get started with it. The 3D organization, now these are actually one sister and two brothers, and they call themselves an organization, a local a cappella singing group featuring Jeremy, Jerry, and Shanice to sing the national anthem for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Thank you.
I'm George Brown, and I'm the founder of Egli Gear. Egli Gear started back when I found myself looking to do something different. I moved here to Chattanooga 3 years ago in September, and I saw that we had such a great entrepreneurial community, and I wanted to be part of it. So we decided that we could build better clothing for healthcare workers. A healthcare worker is just like an athlete, and we toy around with the thought that, hey, you know, we built clothing for athletes for many, many years so that they could win medals. Well, healthcare workers are saving people's lives, and nobody's paying attention to them, and we know that they need gear to perform better. So Egli Gear was born based on that idea, and upon development of Egli Gear, we knew that we had to come up with a technology that was going to be on the forefront. I started looking into how companies test their products for capabilities of reduction of antimicrobials. Most companies are looking for a 99% reduction. I thought that wasn't good enough. Leaving that 1% there still can make somebody sick. So I said, we need to reduce these microbials by 99.99%, and we achieved that. Working with some of the friends at Colab, they were able to help us get some ideas together, and you know, now I'm full throttle working on Egli Gear right now.
I'm Amna Shah, and I'm the founder and CEO of iCard. I was sitting in an airplane, and I needed somebody's contact information, and all I had was their business card and was on my Rolodex on a pile of cards. And you know, I said, okay, let me look them up on LinkedIn, and they weren't on LinkedIn either. So I'm like, what are business cards good for if I never have them on me when I need them? And I'm always constantly searching for people I've met before. So why can there be a solution where you can actually exchange each other's information hassle-free and without pushing paper. And so we came up with a QR code technology that exchanges people's information with each other. You can actually update your information, your designation, and your information and designation gets automatically updated in the other person's cell phone in their mobile app. And it's available right now on iOS and Android for free. So basically, somebody who has basic skills in IT or cell phone usage or internet can use it, and somebody who wants to be advanced and wants to put in more information can use it as well. So it's basically geared for all sorts of audience. There's a lot of energy in the city that actually brushes off on you that you can do things. Developing something, doing something great, excellent. And that brushed off on us too and said, all right, well, we have an idea and it's not, we can make this happen.
I'm Graham Bradenmeyer, and I'm the CEO here at Collider. So I've been working in the 3D printing industry for the last several years, and it really didn't matter who I was working for or where I was working, the technology always had the same issues. I thought that was a real problem, and I thought it was kind of interesting that traditional manufacturing was really good at everything that 3D printing was pretty bad at. And so we decided to create a hybrid of the two types of manufacturing processes to make what we do here today, which is a traditional injection device that uses additive technology to completely eliminate the need for traditional molds or tool making. I moved to Chattanooga going on 3 years ago now to help put together America's first 3D printing accelerator, which was through the Gig Tank program run by CoLab. Luckily, I met a whole lot of the team members. Helping put together the accelerator program helped give me a lot of knowledge that it's helping me build the business here today. And being in the community has also given me introductions to and access to a whole lot of people that are going to be some of our first customers. So the name Collider comes from extremely nerdy roots. We're all familiar with the giant Hadron Collider. Well, one of the projects that they did at the Big Collider was they caused 2 photons of light to collide with one another. And through doing that, they were able to prove that photon of light actually has mass. And a very big part of our technology relies on light curing resins. And so in some way, we also make matter from light.
And now the winner of the Early Innovators Award is Collider. Here, we have to smile right there for the picture. Thank you. And now I invite the winners to join me on stage as I call your name. In the elementary school category, representing Normal Park Museum Magnet School and sponsored by her teacher, Natalie McCleary, Maya Hallinar. Come this way, baby. Good job. Good job. Her project was an animal cam collar that features a tracker to help find a lost pet anywhere in the world. In the middle school category, also representing Normal Park Museum Magnet School and sponsored by his teacher, Jill Blackman, Jackson Manning. His project was a tiny house. His cost-effective concept is a small battery-operated living space that can attach to the back of a vehicle, be charged much like a hybrid car, utilize solar power, or run on gasoline. In our high school category, representing the STEM school and sponsored by her teacher, David Wilson, Miss Ellie Betts.
See everything that's going wrong with the world and those who need it. Just feel like we don't have to be.
Ellie is a high school senior who has developed an elementary and middle school coding curriculum for girls. Her program is unique because it does not require instructors to know any coding to deliver the material. She has already educated 75 girls and has 200 on a waiting list. Let's have a round of applause for our winners.
The birth of every idea, innovation,
That one light bulb moment.
and an idea is born.
What was once thought of as conceptual or theoretical is now made possible by Branch Technology.
Branch Technology is 3D printing architectural components, prefabricating those in order to make 3D printed buildings. It started with just a sketch, then a little bitty model that weighed half an ounce that held up 18 pounds, and then it steadily has grown in how much it can support. And so now, something that weighs 2 pounds, you can drive trucks on top of.
As a culture, we spend most of our time inside, proving that the spaces we inhabit are critical to our everyday lives.
This is fairly innovative. When we started, I thought that somebody surely would have come up with something like this, but that's really what began the journey.
We started sketching out ideas about how we could print this skeleton and then add materials to it. We don't really think of ourselves as a 3D printing company. We think of ourselves as a company that is coming up with a new way to make things.
Branch revolutionizes the design of these spaces by reimagining the way we build, combining 3D printing, industrial robotics, and conventional building materials.
What we're going after is then to fill that with other construction materials like spray foam.
Branch is the only commercial company in the world with cellular fabrication technology. That's a unique process that solidifies material in midair to create a cellular matrix. With cellular fabrication, architects are free to design more creative buildings. Branch makes these structures feasible for contractors to build, clients to afford, and all of us to inhabit.
This is the largest freeform 3D printer in the world. It has a print envelope that's 25 feet wide by 58 feet long.
Next year, Branch will build the first 3D printed house in America, right here in Chattanooga.
Instead of asking how much we can 3D print, we're asking how little we can 3D print and then use these other materials that have been around for a long time. So not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Meditract is a locally based group of innovators passionate about making a difference in the healthcare industry.
We create innovative solutions that protect our hospital partners from risk so that they can concentrate on what they do best, patient care.
We started with healthcare professionals here in Chattanooga with really just an idea of a software as a service. We were one of the first people to be in the cloud.
Meditract created Process Manager to empower healthcare organizations to better manage contract workflows from inception of need to termination of an agreement. Process Manager integrates with their existing modules, which are already used in 1 out of every 4 hospitals in the United States.
We are the only end-to-end contract lifecycle management solution for hospitals. So we pride ourselves on knowing our hospital partners' business, what it takes to remain compliant with the government regulatory environment and the ever-changing needs in a hospital.
Through Process Manager, clients modify their contracting processes to fit industry best practices. In cutting fraud and waste through better compliance practices, healthcare organizations and potentially taxpayers like you save money.
The employees really make us who we are. We have an incredible staff who is committed. You can really see the sense of ownership here. A lot of that is from promoting from within. Everyone feels like they have their own place here and they're making a real difference.
We work really hard, so we like to play hard and laugh a lot too. So we do cut up a lot, but we work really hard.
Chattanooga has been really the driving force of this company.
Metatract has increased its workforce by 20% to build and support Process Manager. As the company grows, Metatract will continue to add job opportunities in our community and become an even more integral part of the Innovation District.
It's been really important to us that we keep what we had during the startup phase of our development to really be part of us as we've grown. We still have that family feeling here. We care about each other and we have a lot of fun while we work hard.
With Squid, you don't have to be an IT professional to create beautiful, streamlined apps for business. Anyone can do it without writing a line of code.
And in the process of building solutions for schools and universities, we realized that there was a fundamental problem. The problem was that they wanted really rich functionality, but they also wanted a very easy to use interface.
There came a point where they demonstrated it to us, and we realized that this user experience, user interface tool really could go a lot further. So we decided to launch that outside of Scudat as Squid.
Because enterprise software can be difficult to use, Squid created a new technology that allows companies to create made-to-order applications that fit their business needs perfectly.
What we do is we give you the bespoke, the same level of maximum customization made-to-order applications, but you don't have to write any code to get there. So we take years to months. We take months to days. That is huge in terms of cost savings.
Squid customers achieve an average of 60% more productivity in their daily processes. They save thousands of hours in development time and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Squid has grown unbelievably in the last 3 years. We have customers in Australia, Europe, Asia, Canada, Mexico, and we now have a location in London, in the UK, and Zurich, Switzerland.
In fact, Squid is the first Chattanooga-based tech startup to grow a significant international presence while keeping its headquarters here.
Civic leaders came to us, nonprofit leaders came to us, and they said, we really want to see you succeed in the community, and that has been a fantastic experience as well.
Squid has more than 5 million users across more than 30 countries, including 10% of Fortune 100 companies and many Fortune 500 companies.
When you think about the companies that we're working with and how we are transforming with this group of people living here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, it's pretty powerful and exciting.
And so the judges say, Branch Technology. For you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can say a few words and I'll hold it for you.
I appreciate this very much. This is an incredible honor. This is something of the reason why we came to Chattanooga, because of things that this community supports and does, like the Innovation Awards. There's something about this place that is Chattanooga, and what drew us here was the startup ecosystem, a center in the nation for 3D printing, the proximity to Oak Ridge National Labs and collaborating with them, and then it's just a gorgeous place to live and raise a family. But after living here for a year and a half, begin to be able to put a finger on it, what it is, and believe it to be this. It's a spirit that is unafraid. Somebody that would jump off of a mountain 30 years ago and it becomes the Harvard of hang gliding. It's 20 years ago coming here as an architecture student and seeing that Chattanooga was leading the nation in urban redevelopment, and that's only continued over the past 20 years. It's one of the first cities in the nation to have electric buses over a decade ago. And then with the gig, that's a very successful public-private partnership that I was on a panel with Google Fiber 2 weeks ago, and they said, oh yeah, Chattanooga, I know them. They're the model in the nation for how to do it well. And so what brought us to town was Gig Tank. the first 3D printing business accelerator in the nation in 2015. And so that's how our entree into Chattanooga about 2 years ago. And so as we begin to build the first 3D printed house in the nation, we encourage you as a community to join with us to make that possible with that same spirit that is unafraid. Thank you.